Hello and cześć. Welcome to the Warsaw Narrative, the first English podcast about the history of Warsaw. Today, we will take a look at the life of Frédéric Chopin and the story of his heart, as well as the reasons why he would want his heart to be cut out, and, in my opinion, what some videos on this topic get wrong. Frédéric Chopin, or as he is known in Poland, Frédéric Chopin, was born in Żelazowa Wola, west of Warsaw, on March 1st, 1810, to a French father, Nicolas Chopin, and a Polish mother, Tekla Krzyżanowska. He was their second child and had three sisters. His older sister, Ludwiga, played an important part in his life. Chopin was 20 years old when he left Warsaw forever on November 2nd, 1830. He must have felt that war was in the air as 27 days later an armed Polish uprising against the Russians broke out. Poland was a part of Russia, having lost its independence in 1795. The uprising failed a year later, however, its consequences had an impact on Chopin even after his death. In September 1831, he arrived in Paris, where he would spend the remaining 18 years of his life, never to see his homeland again. Chopin passed away on October 17, 1849, and was buried in Paris. The exact cause of his death remains unknown. However, tuberculosis is suspected. It is well documented that he was never in good health. Even as a child, he suffered from lung problems. Before his death, he asked that his body be opened and his heart transported to Poland. The heart was placed inside a crystal jar, preserved in strong alcohol, some sources say cognac, and then put inside a wooden box and brought to Warsaw by his older sister Ludwiga, who was present at his death. One story claims that Ludwiga hid the box under her skirt while crossing the border into Poland, so the border guards wouldn't find it. The heart remained in Ludwiga's possession until it was given to the Church of the Holy Cross in Warsaw. It rested in the church's catacombs for 3 decades before being moved to a pillar inside the church in 1880. The pillar is decorated with a bust of the composer, a dedication to Chopin, as well as a verse from the Bible. Matthew 6:21, "For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." During World War II, the heart was saved, according to one account, by the Germans, and according to another, by the soldiers of the Polish Home Army. In 1945, the heart was returned to the rebuilt Church of the Holy Cross in Warsaw. In 2014, scientists visually examined the organ to check its condition and to see if the preserving alcohol might have leaked. They also hoped the inspection might show the direct cause of Chopin's death. The heart was found to be in excellent condition. It was large for a human heart and white in color. The visual inspection also suggested that tuberculosis may have been the cause of the composer's death. The final report asked future generations to conduct a similar inspection in 50 years. Now to the reasons why Chopin would want his heart to be removed and what some videos get wrong. To be very clear, this is all my opinion. First, we need to look at the emotional and historical context of the situation. When it comes to the emotional, Chopin loved Poland and the Polish people, and wanted at least one part of him to be back in his homeland after his death. In a bigger historical context, after the failed November Uprising, Chopin knew that the Russian authorities would never allow his body to be returned to Poland. Chopin was seen as a symbol of independence, and the return of his body could start another uprising against the Russians. So for Chopin, it seems that just having his heart back in Poland was a compromise, a way to fulfill a dying wish that was impossible during his life. Now, what some videos get wrong, in my opinion, is that they say the main reason Chopin had his heart removed was because he was afraid of being buried alive. While it is true that Chopin was afraid, and even on his deathbed, he begged his friends that, "When this cough has suffocated me, I beg you, have my body opened so that I may not be buried alive." However, I believe this was not the main reason. He asked for it so a part of him could always be in his beloved Poland. So, the next time you are on Krakowskie Przedmieście in Warsaw, go inside the Holy Cross Church, Kościół Świętego Krzyża, and the heart is in the first large pillar on the left. Thank you for listening, and remember, home is where the heart is. Take care.